Earth, my body, water, my
Recording in progress.
Okay, good morning, Cheryl. Hello. So we are recording. We are at day 3. And so remember, as you get yourself sorted, sitting with one heel in, 1 foot flat, right? You got your knee up so that you can lean a little forward and start to open the ankle. I can go back. Let's take this with us. So that as you sit, you learn to be in this posture. The other alternative.
Martha, can I ask you?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a quick question? So I missed most of yesterday because I had to be somewhere else. Is it okay to do day 3, or should I pause now and do day 2 and catch up?
You should be right here with us.
Thank you.
Day 3 is perfect. The only difference in day 3 is that I'm going to talk about the third Tibetan, and that we'll do more repetitions. Okay. Can you hear me now? Having a little sound quality issue here. We are, let me just check.
You're fine on my end.
You okay? Let me know if it changes. Let me know if it changes. Let me know if it changes. Is it different now or is it still the same? Still the same. Okay, we'll go from there. Thank you. Forgive the delay. So on the first day we talk about awareness, that's spinning. So I'm framing these 5 days in the 5 gestures. Right? So you can sit as you listen, 1 foot flat, 1 hand this way, so that you can kind of play and rock a little forward, opening the ankle, you're dropping the knee. You can put a little pressure, you can make a circle, and then you can change it up as it gets stiff. You can open each side. The other alternative is to sit with 1 foot up, right? And again, a circle as you play, as you move. So it doesn't have to be tied up. You can kind of move between the 2 sides. But when we start, I'm starting to work more and more often with my work low. I have a little table. I put my feet on a blanket. And then when I stand up, I don't have nearly the inner fatigue of sitting at a desk. And I find that when I'm walking around, my hips and knees are, rather than ending up stiff and closed, I'm just getting a little bit more mobile. And so the first day, this spinning, that the first act is for us to realize that we are often consumed, caught up in a momentum that we cannot see. Right? I'm in the midst of reading Gabor Mate's The Myth of Normal, and this culture that holds us, that we think is normal, is causing a real spin. And when we stop, we can feel even more spin because of the momentum internally. And what we're doing in this practice is creating a clarity of mind. And we're stopping, and we're creating a clarity of our own culture. And so when we stop, then we can add fire, then we can add power, because otherwise the power that we add adds to our momentum, adds to our spinning. Right? And we don't need more of that. We want more of the stability. So we wake ourselves up and we steady ourselves first, and then we add some power, and then we engage with our lives and we understand, I am here with a role to play. And now as we get into this 3rd day, we are thinking about the 3rd Tibetan rite. We're thinking about this expansive nature. The front of the body is the future. The back of the body is our past. And so if you think of how we ordinarily age, look how the past is getting bigger and bigger. I am more and more aware that there is more behind me in my lifetime than ahead of me. And I am crushing that which is ahead of me through the weight of my past. And so often we see elderly people that look like this. As we do this motion, up and open, we are staying available to what could come. Right now we are seeing such breakthroughs, such incredible breakthroughs in our health, in our understanding of our place in the world, our understanding of our place in our lives. There's more and more opportunity to stay open. There is no way for us to understand what aging is right now. It's never going to look like what it did for our parents unless that's what we decide to perpetuate. But my mother did not know how important it was to sit herself up, to sit in a way that kept her mobile. Because you are 30% more likely to die within a year as an elderly person if you fall. That's really an incredible thing. That if you were to fall and break something, hit your head, the complications of that, slowing everything down, as soon as you fall, as an elderly person, elderly being over 65, 30% likely that you will die within the next 12 months. So when you stand and you spin, you are creating, yep, I'm going to get used to this and I'm going to stop and I will not fall down. And I'm going to build strength, and if I need to move suddenly, I know how. I'm going to challenge myself before I catch my toe on a stone. And so everything you're doing right now is adding to the length of your life. That's just physiology. And now this morning we're going to read One is from, we're going to go 2 scales. This one is Kundalini for the West, Swami Radha. And this is Carlo Rovelli, who is an Italian physicist, quantum theorist. Helgoland, Making Sense of the Quantum Revelation. So we've got physics and science on the far end of the scale, and we've got Kundalini on the other end of the scale, and they're talking about the same thing. They're talking about the fact that we are an event. A stone is an event. It's just very slow. It's an accumulation of molecules that lasts for a period of time, but is slowly broken down and returns. A kiss is an event. An embrace is an event. Our life is an event. And then it passes. And so everything about an event is a relationship. And what I want you to know right now is when you practice this, when you get moving, and then we will settle into the Tibetans today in a whole different way, just really settle. We'll have a Shavasana and then we'll have a seat, and you will feel the change you've made. And my interest today and going forward is that we are aware that what we're doing is making something that we can believe in. That state that we finish in is more quote-unquote real than the one we're in right now. This one is full of doubt and uncertainty. The aspirant, this is Swami Radha, will every now and then be assailed by doubt. The question must be asked, do I doubt so that I don't have to act? So that I can keep a back door open through which I can escape? Or do I doubt because I have an intuitive perception that this doubt could expand my present limited ideas? So we are going to encounter incredible power. You are made of stars. You are not outside of nature. There is nothing in you that is outside of nature. And there is nothing of the earth that is outside of the galaxy. And there is nothing of the galaxy that is outside of the cosmos. And so you are absolutely rooted in the cosmos. But we're like, no, actually, I need to get breakfast. And so as we do this practice, there's an opportunity to back up and go, maybe not. And just notice, is that doubt serving you? Because when we dive right in, I know this is a long start. You're doing really well. So this is Carlos Rovelli. He's talking about quantum theory and the relational interpretation of quantum theory. A warning before we begin. The abyss of what we do not know is always magnetic and vertiginous. It makes us dizzy. The abyss of what we do not know is always magnetic and vertiginous. That's why we doubt. Yet I don't know. I don't know, therefore, But to take quantum mechanics seriously, reflecting on its implications, is an almost psychedelic experience. It asks us to renounce, in one way or another, something that we cherished as solid and untouchable in our understanding of the world. We are asked to accept that reality may be profoundly other than we had imagined, to look into the abyss of the unknown, without fear of sinking into the unfathomable. It's so fantastic when science meets yoga. You are touching the unfathomable. So I open the abyss to you so that we can just dive in, swim, play. It is here, it is always with us. It is our own choice that separates us. It is nothing to fear or to doubt because it is always there holding, waiting for you. So let's organize ourselves and meet it and allow it to take great effect in our lives. That is what we are doing as we expand, close, open, close, open. I doubt I can, but I can't, right? Open it. Palms together, heart high. Let's go. We will move swiftly in and out. Tuning in, inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Roll your wrists, roll your shoulders. We'll start standing today. Shake it out, tap your heels. So, shake it, loosen it. If the talking and the reading is too much, you can ignore it and I'll never know. If it's useful to you, that's the kind of thing that is my very favorite part, to know more before we move, makes the moving more important. Shake it, shake it. Where can you go? How can you go? Loosen it so that we're getting into the abyss, the unknown. I don't know. I don't know what would happen if I went over here, over there, and then just start to organize it. Swing across, so that we can grow familiar that I am almost always falling, but I am also always stabilizing. Good morning, Willis. Good morning. So the home retreat won't be this weekend. It'll be in September, and it'll have a chance for larger, fuller conversations of that kind. If that's interesting to you, then just keep it in mind. Good. Take your hands up high and draw one elbow to one knee and repeat. Open, close, inhale, exhale. Right, that I could catch myself. So these are not just daily movements you're protecting, they're insurance. 2, change sides and repeat. And find the rhythm of your breathing. Start to feel your shoulder blade down your back. This is the same work through the center of the abdominal cavity. These layers of muscle as when we lie on our back and do a sit-up. 3, 2, 1. Draw your elbows down and out. This is exhale. Inhale, little bend. So you bring it in. And as you press into the floor and reach out, can you use your arms to open the front body? And as you bend your elbows and bring them in, can you open the back body? You can bring your elbows together in between your knees. And it's just play. This quality of expansion. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you stand, arms wide, pause, and feel. It's a big energy, and it may feel overwhelming. Breathe it in and breathe it out. And just stay open in the arms. Draw your right elbow in and back out, thumb down. Then, palm is open, palm faces back. Palm is open, face back. Rotate your shoulder and press. Let your whole body help. In, out, rotate. So as I rotate, I'm drawing my shoulder forward, then back. Forward, then back. You're going to go higher to 60 degrees. Same rotation. Rotate and back, and rotate and back. 3, 2. to do this is to open the space of the ribs. Another side, right? Elbow, thumb down, palm open, rotate. And as you make a little space, you're moving the shoulder blade, the scapula slides across the back of the ribs, and you'll start to be able to breathe all the way into the back of the lung. Good. And then take it to 60 degrees. Open. So some version of this is included. If I'm going to get up and brush my teeth, I'm also going to do this rotation. So one of the first things that gets stuck as we get older. 3, ha, 2, ha, 1. And a big back circle, and then the other, and then the other, and then the other. And how do your legs want to move? So it's as though you had scrubbed a pot and now you're rinsing. Opening the back of the chest, the backs of the arms, the front of the shoulder. 5. Step your feet. 4. 3. 2. 1. Step your feet wider. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. So one elbow to knee, one hand reaching back. As I bend my knee, my hips go back. As you straighten, they come forward. So really, this is a leg press. You're building strength through the hamstring, the glute, the quadricep. And you're closing through the abdomen and you're opening wide. Now you can keep this right here, right where we are. Fantastic. Or you can get a little lift off, and we're going to repeat the same side. So I lift off and I put it down, elbow to knee. That's exhale. Inhale as you open. Right? And so you're building the ability to balance. That little challenge. Bring both elbows together if you can. 5, 4, 3. More and more likely to have the ability to catch yourself, to regain balance, change sides, right? Elbows to knee, float open. And to know that it's not just a crazy move to do, but that I am lengthening my life by landing changes. I'm giving this to my 75-year-old self. I'm feeling which leg is weaker than the other. 3, 2, 1. And stand tall, shake it again. So there's a radiance. This is prana. Deepen your breathing. Organize yourself. That upheaval. That upheaval is not who you are. That spinning, that doubt, the, oh my God, I don't know if I can handle that. Yeah, you can. Here we go. Becoming more familiar with how vast you are. Feeling it, allowing it in, drinking it in. Yeah, bring more, bring more. Down dog. And so hands and feet. Walk your dog to start. Oh. Hands and knees. Hips to heels. Wag. And rise. Now we're organizing. Tuck toes, down dog. Each posture, wag, directs the energy. We're building the temple to hold the day. Hands, knees, breathing in. Child's pose, breathing out. Let's move. Inhale, hands, knees. Exhale, down dog. 3. Hands, knees, let your mind fall into the pose. 2. One more round. Wag your tail. Soften from the navel to the hips to the heel, and reach from the heart to the hands. Plug in. Walk your left foot towards your right, raise your right foot, bend both knees softly, bend your elbows, press it all straight. Bend your elbows, bend your knees, widen your arms, wrap your elbows in, press out, press straight. One more, bend your elbows, bend your knees, wrap it in, press it out. And the right foot's outside of the right hand, and the left knee comes down. A block beneath your left hand. And let's circle. So hips back, hand back, bend your knees, sweep forward. And this time, try as you come forward, bend your elbow and reach just inside your waist. That you would draw your fingertips forward right inside your thigh. Sweeping through. One more. And as you keep your right hand high, put the top of your back foot flat to the floor. Press down into the left hand. Use your right heel to help draw the navel open. Right knee goes right, right hand goes high. You are drawing yourself in 4 directions. Up, down, right, and back foot back. And set down. So we're creating openings, we're creating lines. Feel the right hand to right hip. Feel the right hip to right heel. Bring the right towards the left and lift the left foot high. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, wrap it in and press it out. Bend your elbows, bend your knees, wrap your elbows in, press out into the hands, out into the feet. One more time, bending, loosening, and then extend and explore. Finding balance, finding space, finding strength. Left foot outside of the left hand, right knee to the floor, right hand on the block. And start to sweep, take your hips back. Bring your hand beside your waist and sweep it open. Inhaling and then exhaling. Three, 2, and then organize it. Left hand high, right palm pressed down, the top of your right foot to the floor. Draw your hands apart, and your hands come apart, and that floats the hips. Use your left heel to help the hips forward, the belly opens. Hands apart, the collarbones broad. Open the throat, the face. Left knee goes left, and set down. And down dog. Left hand, press down, press away. Left hip goes high, left heel comes down. 3 breaths. We fortify our stillness just as we fortify our movement. That we are not rigid or holding on. Hands and knees. If If you have 2 blocks, you'll put one on either side. You only need one at a time, so we'll just use one. Put one on the right side so that your right knee and your right foot are in one line and your left foot can come out. If you can't reach the block, set it on its edge, but be careful as it's on its edge, otherwise on the floor. And the left hand can come all the way over. Tuck your chin and bring your elbow to your knee, let your hips drop back. Here's our curling in, and then foot to the floor. Hand opens, hip forward as you can. Inhale here, exhale, bring it in. 5 and 4. 3, 2, 1. Pivot your right foot closer to the block. Right knee down, right hip forward, chest broad, left foot to the floor. Give it a moment. And then bring it down to the other side. So left knee, left toes are tucked under. By tucked under, I mean they're under the ball of the foot. And then the right foot flat. Block flatter on its edge, the right hand over the top, find the base. And then bring your right elbow to your left knee, curl it in, and foot to the floor as you open. Your pace may be quicker or slower. 4. Hips go back and then hips come forward, just as you did with that elbow to knee when we were standing. 2. So everything we're doing this morning physiologically is to support an expansion. Pivot your left foot closer to the block, hips forward, heart forward, arm long. So that we're not holding on, but you're exploring what opens. And bring it back down. And a last thought. 3 breaths. And then we begin Tibetan. If you prefer hands and knees and child's pose, we begin by noticing, by not running away, by believing in the work that we're doing here, by believing there is something enormous rising in response. Tuck your toes, rise up, press back. Walk your feet to your hands, bend your knees, hands to your hips, bring it up, shake it out to begin. We're doing 13 repetitions of each one, and then 3 steady breaths in between. We'll fit one to the next. If you know where the next pose is, you know you're comfortable, familiar, ignore me and settle right into your practice. Arms wide, palms down, look to the right, turn to the right. 1. 2. Slow it down at your 13, bring your hands together. Seal left and right. Look to the tips of your fingers, tip of the tongue right behind your front teeth. Drop your shoulders. Smooth your breathing and the hint of a smile. be a planet momentarily orbiting on her axis. Are they dizzy? Lie down. Paws on your back. Turn your palms to face the floor. Lift your feet, either knees bent or feet up. Lift your head, shoulders reaching out. If you like, start knees bent and drop. Exhale, inhale, exhale, or feet straight. 13, 12. Slow it down. Knees bent, palms open. As you're ready, legs extend, feet apart. Close your eyes and breathe into the belly. Bring your knees to your chest. You'll roll all the way up and over, finding kneeling. Pad your knees if you need to. Toes tuck under. Hands at your hips. In and out. Out and down. Work there, or hands down the backs of the legs. Three more. Feet flat, either kneeling with a block for support or hands out, resting in a Sphinx arms posture, or cross your forearms, put your head to your hands or a block. In these times between the poses, really soften. Begin to distinguish. There is a time of effort, and then there is an effortlessness that is a void, a vacuum that's calling in. It's so soft. It's an invitation. Rising up. So yesterday we added the blocks, and we'll do that again today. Feet are out in front. taking a moment, bend your elbows wide and loosen. This is really the one that can cause some of the most trouble. Elbows back, hard up, and this can be where you breathe without even going anywhere. Bring your hips to your heels. Just open through the chest, through the arms, through the upper back. Start to swing your hips forward. So the full pose, the hips to the floor, the legs out long, Dandasana, pressing down, lifting up. So you go where your body appreciates the work. 10, 9, 5. Absolutely no hurry. And sit tall, hands to the thighs. Walk your feet in, wrap your arms around, hold an opposite wrist, round your back, tuck your chin, 3 breaths. Let the head be heavy. The exhalation is allowing the back of the spine to open. Set it aside. Starting in child's pose, I'll do 3 preparation repetitions so that we could go from child. Rocking up, thighs down, heart high. So that would be 3, 2. And to build strength, if this is really out of your range, a bent knee dog. This is inhale, press into your feet to a high plank. And this is exhale, in and out. And the hips just begin to drop. Wide knees, child's pose. Just for a beat. The arms are long, the shoulders are broad, the hips move a little bit side to side so that we're emptying any tension left from the effort. And walk your feet forward, lie yourself back, and we'll take a minute Shavasana today. And just feel what starts to happen when you are effortless. That this could be the abyss. Shouldn't I be doing more? And instead, I invite you to just be carried, be met by what you have initiated. And notice if being here or edging toward that psychedelic experience, that freedom, clarifying your culture, to rest, might suddenly have a whole new purpose, an opening, grace, and if so, stay. To go on into the breath, let your feet move, let your hands come overhead. And then draw your feet in and roll yourself up. If you need to, hands back, move it out a little bit, just a little bit. And feel as you do, there may have been a little accumulation of tension in the pelvis or the back from what we just did. Just acknowledging, yeah, that would be great, to be free of it. One heel in, heart high. That this sensation, spine tall, abdomen so clear. This is so much clearer. This is so much closer to our true nature. Satnam. Satnam, my loves. I am this. Believe in this. There is no need for doubt that what you are doing has cosmic implications. Go big. Breath of fire, open your mouth. Close your mouth, out your nose, 2 minutes. Expand, get everything out of your way. Keep it going, hands up high, fold your fingers in, your thumbs apart, go. Shoulders down, keep going, arms out long. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 3 sips. Reach, reach, reach. Bring it all the way down. Let your left hand come down. Let your right first 2 fingers fold in. Close the right side so that when you breathe in through the left. 3. Close both. Pause. Sit tall. 4, 3, 2, 1. Out right. 2, 3, 4. Pause both. In right. Pause both. Heart up. Sit tall. Prana up the spine. Out left. Pause both. Be empty. Heart up. Navel to spine. Let go. Breathing in. Breathing out. Letting it get bigger. Growing more accustomed to more prana. Let your tonus, let all of the tone that holds this posture together, the interrelationship of fascia, let it keep adjusting. Breath of fire. 3, 2, 1. Close right, in left. Pause both. Heart up, chin in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Out right. 2, 3, 4. Pause both. In right. Pause both. Energy up the spine. Out left. Pause both. Empty. Normal breathing. Breath of fire, last set. Three, two, one. Close right, breathe in left. Pause full, close both, be full, draw the fullness up through you to the midbrain. Out right. Emptying the lungs, navel to spine, and pause empty, content and safe. In right. Pause both, full. Out left. A little more, a little more, a little more. Out, out, out. And pause empty. Inhale both. Natural breathing. Adjusting your posture, adjusting the way you may have held onto a smaller existence. Soften. You are a cosmic being of light. that into your decisions and your schedule and your menu and your conversations. Becoming a truth. I am a cosmic being of light. With a hint of a smile deep in your breathing. Sweep wide and high. Palms together down the middle. I am this. Thumbs to the forehead, center, long sat, short nod. The truth of who I am. Inhale. Sat Nam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. Tomorrow I'll teach 17 repetitions of each, and you will do as many as suits you. And we are building our way up to something you can use the rest of your life. And then you can choose to replay any of these days on the count that you want. Today's a 9-day. Today's a 21-day. So that you are the authority and that there isn't one right answer. 5 Tibetans are not a statement of truth. They're a practice.